Okay. Aba and Cheney. You want to mix March Caprice people with Reconnect people? That's like mixing Disney and Final Fantasy. It will never work.
It would never work. It would never work.
It's okay. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Happy weekend. Hello. How goes? I would say hello to everyone. However, we've got a packed house at the moment. But with me here is Mr. March Caprice. Cheney.
Hi, sorry. Oops.
Cheney's working on some stuff for his stream side because it's baby's first stream for both of us, first stream together. So we're figuring out the bugs. They put bugs in it. So we are working through that right now. But thank y'all for your patience. Yes, Mr. Caprice VII. You're right. Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a good weekend. We are going to talk both March Caprice VII and what a lot of y'all have called it. We'll just call it Reconnect from now on. Yeah, we're going to talk about both of the events. We'll talk about what's in store. We'll talk about why next year will be the final event for both. And we'll do like just general Q&A. So we're just going to vibe. How's everyone's weekend so far? Has everyone read the FAQs on the website? Maybe a more important question than than anything we're going to cover today.
Okay. Okay, we got audio.
Hello. Good? Hello.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. It's okay. We're all learning this. Yeah, that's why we're a little late. So thank you for your patience.
It's desynced.
You skimmed it. Okay. Well, we'll cover a lot of the FAQ today. So I think before we get started, and I know that Cheney's doing some troubleshooting on his end for audio. But I think before we get started, we might have some new folks in here. So I'd like to do some introductions for both of us to make sure that y'all know who the heck are these two guys. So I know that Cheney's busy, but I'll go first. If you don't know me, I'm KH Guides. Kingdom Hearts Guides is my full legal name, and I make guides and walkthroughs on the KH Guides website, khguides.com. As it relates to this stream, I, along with a lot of wonderful friends and fellow creators, have organized the Reconnect events over the last several years, and KH20 prior to that, which was a 20th anniversary celebration that we did in Austin. Since KH20, we did Reconnect Dallas in 2023, Reconnect Denver in 2025, and then the upcoming Reconnect Anaheim, Reconnect Disney in 2027. But yeah, that's my whole life right there. Full legal title? Oh no, it pales in comparison to the 2025 Content Creator of the Year, Nobody Daxian. Of course, no. It pales in comparison, absolutely. Didn't indeed. Mr. Croy, hello. Hashtag been here. Yeah, that's actually a good question. Who in the chat has been around since the KH20 days? Adding 3 sounds good. Well, that'll be fine because we're still working through some stuff, so it's all good. Been here since the KH20 game. That's beautiful. KH20 was a really fun time. It really was. we'll talk about the history of these events here in a bit. But yeah, KH20 was, I consider it kind of the precursor to the Reconnect event series. That was our first foray into the whole in-person event thing ever. So we were just learning as we went, but it was truly a lot of fun. We learned a lot from KH20 that we brought into Reconnect in the future. It was for sure a lot smaller scale than what Reconnect has become. It really just started as a group of friends who wanted to get together in person and celebrate the 20th anniversary. This was right after a lot of the restrictions around our favorite thing in the world, COVID-19, had been lifted. There was still a lot of uncertainty around about whether it's safe to hang out or not. It was, I think, the first major drop in COVID-19 infection reports since the quarantine. So, there's touch and go, but it turned out to be a really fun event. I think it ended up being very refreshing for folks to be able to be in person and have each other's company for that. Whisperings of KH20 was how you first heard of the KH guy stuff? Yeah. Good times. You came in as DLC, the best DLC that's ever been made, Wally. All right.
All right.
Cheney, how are you doing on your end?
Good. I'm just redirecting them to your channel.
Okay,
I think that's
fine.
That's the strat we have to do.
It's all good. Everything is happening around here anyway, so we have the shared chat. So if you want to chat on the March Caprice channel, we'll still see it in here. It's all good. Mm-hmm. I think I've said enough about me for now. Cheney, do you want to do any kind of introductions?
Sure. Hello, and baby. It starts in 30 seconds. Hi, I'm I'm Cheney. I am one of the organizers for March Caprice. I've been here since March Caprice 1, and we are very excited to collaborate with Reconnect for our 7th and final event. And their third, fourth, I don't know how you're branding this exactly, but for your event, so yeah, it's nice to meet you officially. Yes, hey UK, nice to meet you as well.
Yeah, it's really nice to see some faces in here from March Caprice, and vice versa. That is very cool. Well, you should all get to know each other. The fun fact about literally everyone here is that you love Kingdom Hearts, and that's pretty cool. That makes you pretty neat. So
that makes us pretty sick. Yeah. I don't know how you want to handle ads. I'm sure 30 seconds is up at this point.
Oh, it's all good. Let me see what's going on there.
I can't see your ads, so.
Can I even see my ads? Oh yeah, it says ads starting soon.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, we won't get into the nitty gritty of it all just yet. We'll wait until ads drop, so we'll just kind of vibe. It's probably like 3 minutes of ads, 90 seconds. I don't know. It's something like that. Sorry, Dax. Dax hates Kingdom Hearts. Actually, content creator.
Yes, he's
nobody Daxian. Yeah.
Yes, he's the exception to the rule. Yeah.
He gets a pass.
But what's really nice is that if you miss anything, and despite all these technical difficulties and such, all this will be on our YouTube channel. So you can catch the stream after the stream has happened in case you miss an announcement or something during ads. So if you miss something, not to worry, you'll be able to get all the information you need.
Yeah. And just to set expectations, we certainly don't mean to disappoint. We don't have Kingdom Hearts 4 news. In fact, we're not going to drop any bombshells, today in regards to either event. This is more just to talk about, what to expect next year at a high level. Just level set for sure. Man, what the heck? I know that's what all you were here for. I know. Everyone's leaving. All right, well, have a good one, everybody.
Yeah. Well,
subscribe.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. But yeah, so we're just gonna talk about what to expect, why these events are ending next year, what to look forward to. We have a couple of funny things to share, which we'll kind of keep till the end. So you got to stick around for those. Yeah, came for bombshells, stayed for the friends we made a long way. That's so true. Also, who attended Reconnect Denver attended bombshells as an unofficial event? Yeah, both of us did. I barely managed to get to bombshells, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a silly question at all, Reading Chameleon. Also, congrats on your March Caprice century, by the way. It was very good.
Yeah.
So let's start there. What is Reconnect? So Reconnect is an in-person event series that I've had so much fun organizing with Mrs. Guides and a bunch of other creators for folks in the Kingdom Hearts community to get together in person and celebrate the series. We had our first official Reconnect in Dallas, Texas in 2023, I think September 2023. Our most recent celebration was in Denver of 2025. That was about July. And then our next one is going to be in Anaheim for 2027. We don't have dates yet for that. We'll have those later. But yeah, in our previous events, we had a lot of our wonderful friends and fellow creators host panels and activities, competitions, discussion panels, all kinds of stuff at the in-person events. We also had, not to get all out of order, our first in-person event was KH20. We had that in Austin, Texas, back in 2022. Or thereabouts, around the actual anniversary, the Japanese release anniversary. And then we've had the 2 Reconnects so far, and then we'll have our final one next year. And we do live stream that the parts of those events to this channel. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But for those who aren't able to join in person, we do live stream as much of those events as possible so that everyone online can interact with people in person. But yeah, that's a good idea, Mrs. Guide. So can we talk about the genesis of March Caprice and why that came to be?
Yeah, sure. So in the beginning, it was, well, you said Genesis. We started back in 2021, kind of similar to KH20, off of the cusp of, our favorite COVID-19 virus, COVID-19. But it started off by Keyblade Spymaster, who is a wonderful friend of mine, and one of the March Caprice organizers. He had DM'd me back in 2020 and was like, hey, I want to do a Kingdom Hearts convention. And I'm like, oh, no. I have too much on my plate. I can't do that right now. I've got wikis to edit. I have personal life things going on. I'm trying to move out. COVID's going on. Like, I have real life work. All this stuff is happening. No. So I originally said no, and then through COVID, a friend group kind of formed, and a bunch of us were like, man, I would love to do a Kingdom Hearts convention. I'm like, you know what? Keyblade Spymaster DM'd me, and he was interested in doing something like that as well, and he would know a lot of the technical site setting up and back-end stuff that I have no idea how to do. And we're all like, want to do it? This was January of 2021, and if you're following along with the history of March Caprice 1 was in March of 2021. So the idea came like 2 or 3 months before it actually launched. It was a small baby idea, and we're like, when do we do this? Let's do it in April. Great. What do we call this? And we went through names. We're like, oh, what about March Caprice? But then we're like, oh, but then it would have to go on in March. We're like, can we push this to March? And then that's when the no sleep cycle happened. Is that instance right there? It was almost April Caprice. Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that, because one of the names we were cycling through was actually Reconnect. And we decided, no, that's
It's a terrible idea.
That's a terrible name. That's a stupid name.
I think PJ had told me later on that was a name in consideration. This was, I think, after Reconnect Dallas had happened. He was like, guys, didn't you know that was one of the days we considered? I wasn't there for that, but I totally get it. I get it.
Yeah, it was going to be like, but the way we were going to do it is going to be and then con in capital letters and then next. So it was going to be Reconnect, and we were going to like emphasize the con.
Oh,
but
yeah.
We're like, we don't like the flow of that. That doesn't feel good. March Caprice is good. That was a regular Pat special. He came up with March Caprice. And then we did that. We're like, we should do something for the 20th. Actually, no. We said, let's do something for the 20th anniversary. We'll do March Caprice 1 in 2021 as a practice. So then when the 20th anniversary, that's our big celebration. Cool. And then after March Caprice 2 happened, we're like, it was kind of fun. Want to do it again? And everybody's like, yeah. And then we did March Caprice 3, and we're like, so do we make this like an annual thing? Or everyone's like, we were already planning on that. I'm like, all right, cool, let's keep doing it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 happened. So that's kind of the beginning of March Caprice.
It's a beautiful
Just
journey.
that want for connection and want for when we can't, and just wanting to boost. Yeah, the other thing was we wanted to boost creators that we felt weren't getting a lot of eyes on them. We see all this beautiful art. We see all these fanfics, these videos that are getting like double-digit views when we're like, these should be getting at least triple-digit views, quadruple, as you know, a lot more views because these are really cool. So let's make a stage, put them on a pedestal, and boost all these people up that like get attention on it. And then we ended up kind of forming a little bit of a community too. Yeah, get them 1 million views. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So
And March Caprice does such a good job of elevating creators who, we've all seen really great creative work, both in the March Caprice community, the Kingdom Hearts community, and elsewhere, that just, it doesn't get picked up because algorithms and numbers and timing, a lot of things outside of folks' control. But there's so much beautiful creative work out there that like doesn't see much light on it because of that. And so March Caprice is a perfect vehicle to, highlight that awesome work throughout every year. And I think it's succeeded very well at that.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I would, based on the comments of everybody that's been in chat and, our Discord and the little feedback forums that we send out, I would also agree that it's been very successful over the past, 6 years. We're not perfect. We've had bumps. We've had, little things here and there, but, we're not a professional company when we're doing this out of love. So
that is true.
That's bound to happen.
Yeah, that is very true. And I think that's very apparent every time there's a March Caprice, especially, is that these events are born out of love for not just Kingdom Hearts, but its community. Like, it's really, these are aimed to be in service of the community and to uplift those people who keep the community alive. I mean, I think since the inception of March Caprice and Reconnect and KH20 and whatever, this has been a very interesting time to be an enjoyer of Kingdom Hearts. I think timelines stretch longer, and that's not unique to Kingdom Hearts. I think that's just indicative of the entire industry. But I think
absolutely.
Kingdom Hearts especially, that's exacerbated because it's not just one creative company. It's like Disney, it's Square Enix, whatever. We won't need to get into that. But it's been a long time since there's been a lot of things to sink your teeth into officially, right?
Yes.
And so I think a lot of what was a catalyst for both Reconnect and March Caprice to be born was finding a vehicle in which we can all connect, whether that was in person or online, and to still celebrate the series, regardless of whether there's something new on the horizon or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And, since both KH20 and Reconnect, or March Caprice, both events started after Melody of Memory. So we got, in these 7 years, we got a Dark Road update. We got our first Kingdom Hearts look at Kingdom Hearts 4. But we didn't anticipate it being very little news, as little news as there has been from the official side. So it's kind of been and I've talked with you about this a little bit, guides. It's kind of been helping rain on the desert, if you will, not to use the word drought that keeps going along, but it's been something to look forward to with Kingdom Hearts, despite there not being a lot on the official side. So I think, like I've been looking forward to Reconnect every year, and I know you've been looking forward to March Caprice every year. And what's really cool is that the thing that comes out of both March Caprice and Reconnect is that, and it's my favorite thing, is that people are still able to create things despite not a lot of information flowing. It's you're still managed to have all this art, all this writing, all these videos, these cool live streams, these cool cosplays. Like, you guys are still able to create without actual without new information. So there's still a lot to pull from, and anybody that says like, oh, there's nothing to do, there's nothing to make, false. March Caprice and Reconnect exist.
Yeah.
So,
No, I 100% agree.
thank you for creating.
We're truly thank y'all for creating. Yes, both Reconnect and March Caprice have been always great to look forward to, despite there not being anything official to look forward to very soon. So it's always been very nice to have something to look forward to as a community. It's been good.
Speaking of things to look forward to, actually, before I'm gonna jump around in this timeline a little bit. I'm gonna go here. If you guys take a look at the we're talking about March Caprice 6 real quick. We have a little unfinished business that I threw into the chat. We have an album that, thanks to our wonderful musicians and the concert soiree, we have an album that you are able to listen to and download right on Bandcamp. And if you go to the link tree in chat, you can get a link to that. You can get a link to our feedback form, which we want to make March Caprice 7 as cool as possible for you guys. And the way we do that is through that feedback form. Things that you saw in March Caprice 6 that were a result of the feedback form were the intermissions in between events. You saw that, like, in the video schedule, how there were little slots for intermissions. That was because somebody said, hey, I want breaks. We also, what else was there? There was the idea of a shared day between live streamers and video content creators. The idea that we expanded our schedule, had our concerts earlier. That was a big one. Our concerts were earlier in the day for European followers because somebody said, hey, this is really late in the day for people outside of the US. Can we make it earlier? And I'm like, yeah, let's move it up. So we read 100% of the feedback that's given to us. And we take it seriously, and we want to improve for March Caprice 7. So please fill that out. That will close on Sunday. The store that's also linked, as you can see, wonderful March Caprice merch, like this t-shirt, or these, well, you can't get the pins, actually. We are sold out of the pins, unfortunately. But you can get things like bucket hats. You can get sweatshirts. That is all in our link tree as well, and that closes on Sunday as well. So please take a look at that. And I think that is everything in the FAQ, or in the link tree. Let me double check that. Feedback form, merch, charity album, partners. Oh yeah, everything for the album goes to charity, by the way. If you buy from the merch store, it goes towards KH25. Both Reconnect and actually, it's good mostly go to Reconnect. You can also donate to us directly if you're like, I don't really want any of the merch, but I want to support. You can donate either strictly to us through the donate button on our Ko-fi, or I think you have a incentivized way to donate to Reconnect directly. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so we brought back the Reconnect sponsorship program this year. We did have that for Reconnect Denver. We were blown away by everyone's willingness to support the event for Denver in that way, where it really helped finance a lot of the cost that is associated with the Reconnect events. So we're bringing that back this year. There is a slight difference to how everything is set up this year, because of the way that we've set up our like tentative schedule for Reconnect Disney. We have the Disney Park Day. There's not going to be a 3-day event badge like we've had in prior years. So the bulk of your cost is just paying your way into the Disney park through your own ticket, and then we'll have a very small payment for RSVP to join our pre-connect celebration on day 1, and then the MDAs on day 3. Because of that, the vast majority of our financing for Reconnect Disney will be through the sponsorship program, and anyone can support that, whether you're planning to attend in person or not. Every single cent of that goes towards paying for the event. With the prior events, Mrs. Guides and I have made very large personal investments because we very much believe in Reconnect, and we, need to make sure that we close the gap in what is necessary for expenditures. And so changing the format a little bit to help offset a lot of that from me and Mrs. Guides, because we hurt. We hurt so much. But yeah, the sponsorship means the world. We have added back the incentive for the event t-shirts. So if anyone contributes $50 or more towards the sponsorship program, you'll get your name or your online username, whatever you're comfortable with, on the back of the Reconnect 2027 event t-shirts. Design is pending, but those will be on the back. And every single cent goes towards funding our final event.
Yeah, so if you really want to give toward Reconnect, definitely, and March Caprice, because like I said, all of our finances are going to go over to the Reconnect side. So I would encourage you not to go through our Ko-fi, but in fact go through Reconnect so you can get your name on a t-shirt, and you can get a little I think you do a little thank you message as well on stream if it's during stream.
Oh, yeah. I do have the Tiltify account tied to the sponsorship program for live streams. So if you happen to be around during Monday or Friday live streams, and you want to see me freak out, that's your opportunity, because I will freak out every time, because I am blown away by how supportive y'all are of what Reconnect is and making sure it's a success and it's as accessible to as many people as possible.
Exactly. But yeah, that's kind of our spiel on the our MC6 cleanup. So looking and a little bit of look into Reconnect, but yeah, let's look a little bit more into the future. We did talk about, I think you talked about while I was doing some technical things, that your dates are unconfirmed for Reconnect. What do you want the next Reconnect to be called? Do you call it Reconnect Disney, Reconnect Anaheim, Reconnect 2027?
I don't know. I hear more people than not just call it 3Connect. So I think colloquially we'll just call the end. Oh, Mrs. Guides. Oh no. 3Connect I think is fine for now. I think it'll be amorphous until we're actually there. But yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so we'll call it 3Connect. But if you want to do 3Connect, the dates are unconfirmed because they're still locking the stuff down on that side. Last year, we had told you dates for March Caprice 6 during the March Caprice 5 stream. Because of both Easter landing on the 28th, which is the official anniversary for Kingdom Hearts 25th anniversary, and because the 25th anniversary, which is going to be big, and as we saw from the art, there may be something to look forward to then. We are holding off on announcing the dates for March Caprice 7. You can assume that is going to be around the same time. It might be a week early, but if you were making content and you were planning content, plan to turn it in toward the end of February, and plan your vacations, for those of you who are using PTO, toward the end of March, and we will get you official dates as we start planning a little bit more closer to the actual event. So we will let you know soon. Signups will also open toward either the end of October or early November, somewhere in there. So we're still kind of on the same timeline, but the official specific dates of everything aren't quite solidified yet. So we will know that as soon as you know. And as far as last MC6 cleanup, our showcases our infomercial, our cosplay showcase, our concert is currently uploaded, but our Storytime showcase, all of those will be uploaded to our YouTube. We are working on those diligently, and those will be available soon, hopefully in the next coming week. So look forward to that. We've already uploaded our concert, so you can check out our jams. You can also view the little teaser that Guides and the March Caprice team made for 2027. That's on our YouTube channel, but everything else is coming. And rewatch chat melting down. Yes. So that is coming soon. You also have some content coming soon as well. Yes.
Yeah. So I think two things on the Reconnect side of things, Reconnect Denver specifically. Mrs. Guides and I and the media team from Reconnect Denver, we loved it, Eric, Dave, and Marissa. We're working together to make event photography available in the Discord, the Reconnect Discord, in the coming weeks. We still have a lot to do to validate and make sure that everything is good before we start sharing that media in the Discord, but it will be coming soon. And then we're also working to upload the 2025 Million Dreams Awards ceremony and the red carpet interviews to YouTube, probably to the KH Guide YouTube, over the next week or a couple of months, depending on how much work we've got left on that. But please put some thank Eric, thank Dave, thank Marissa in the chat, because they've been working really hard on mastering that to look as gorgeous as possible. So yes, please and thank you. But yes, those are on the way. We'll let y'all know when those are officially available in the Discord. But yeah, going back to event dates, like I said, we have not nailed down the event dates for Reconnect Destiny just yet. There are a lot of factors that go into finalizing those dates. We have a lot of things that we have to research and make sure that we're not conflicting with anything that other people want to go to or need to go to. Checking weather, park traffic, all kinds of stuff. So we'll be back relatively soon as we nail down all of those logistics on our side, and we will share those dates when they are ready. For now, you can expect early summer, not late summer. But we'll have more detail about that here pretty soon.
Yeah. So, please be excited, I think, is the Namura colloquialism words.
Yep.
But yeah, please be excited. So with that, we know that y'all have quite a few questions regarding just March Caprice VII, Reconnect 2020, Reconnect, probably a lot of unknowns. We do encourage you, I do believe it is pinned in the chat, to check out both the KH Guides and March Caprice FAQs. They are both updated with the next year in mind, the next events in mind. So please give those a read. Please read.
Please read.
Please read.
We know y'all. Y'all like Kingdom Hearts, so we know about the allegations. We can't read, so please fight the allegations. Please read. You can do it. You can do it.
I believe.
Yeah.
I believe. That being said, we want to open up the chat for any questions you might have about either event, either upcoming event. But definitely take a gander through the FAQ first. Both FAQs first. But if you have any questions, can I ask a very specific question that is answered on the first question of the question and answer? Next question. Read? Yes. Yeah, so if you guys have questions, throw them in the chat, and then we will mark those down, suck them up, and then spit them back out at you a little bit later. So get your questions in the chat, and then we will be answering those as we go on.
Yep.
But one of the questions we really wanted to emphasize for Reconnect, it was about cosplay in Disney. You want to touch a little bit on that, Mr. Guides?
Yeah. So based on Disney park rules, they don't allow adult attendees to the Disney parks to do full cosplay. You can do what's called Disney bounding. We're going to have more information as to what exactly falls within the category of Disney bounding versus cosplay. Limitations on like props you can bring to the park. You can't bring a full-size Keyblade into the park. So keep that in mind. Again, we'll have more information about cosplay in the park and what you can and can't do at a later date. You can see some of that info on the Disney Parks website FAQ already. You can, however, cosplay during the MDA's red carpet and the Million Dreams Awards ceremony the following day, if you so wish. But you can also, and perhaps more importantly, submit your cosplay for March Caprice VII. That's the big one.
Yes.
That is going to be your
Yes.
best opportunity to really showcase your cosplay. The cosplay category on March Caprice has always been absolutely stacked. But yes, please submit your cosplays for March Caprice. Take some great photography. Take some works in progress. Talk about the journey of creating your cosplay, what that cosplay, the character of your cosplay means to you. We'd love to see all of that during March Caprice 7. So do it, as Mrs. Guides in Halloween Town and everyone else is saying.
Yeah, if you listen to the cosplay showcase from this past year, almost every single person in their interviews said they were asked, what would you tell somebody that isn't that might want to cosplay but they don't know how? All of them literally said basically the same answer. Cosplay is for everyone, just do it. It is something that is very easy to get into. I know that like you're like, I don't know how to make props, I don't know how to do this thing. There is quite a bit of range with cosplay. Wearing a t-shirt, I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it might have been Original Dreamer. One of our cosplayers, correct me if you all know in the chat, but one of our cosplayers had said, like, if you're wearing a t-shirt that says, "This is my cosplay," congrats, that's cosplay. The only rule we have is, well, two rules. Is one, make sure it fits our PG-13 guidelines. And two, it has to be Kingdom Hearts adjacent in some way. There's a couple other minor rules, like don't resubmit a photo from a past year or something. But besides that, the sky's the limit. Like, you are able to do any sort of Kingdom Hearts, Disney, Twee-Wee, Final Fantasy-esque cosplay for March Caprice. We want to see it. That is one of our smaller categories. We would love to see that grow for MC7. And this is your last chance to enter March Caprice. This is the last one. Do it.
Now or never.
And yeah, Halloween Town is an MDA award-winning cosplayer.
True.
Take his advice, please.
Yeah. And honestly, the Kingdom Hearts cosplay community, in our experience, has been extremely supportive. So there's a wealth of either self-help support through online content or just literal friends in the community who you can work with and seek help from and guidance from. I didn't say guidance out loud, but here I am. Yeah. And you should. You really should. This community is its best when it works together. So yes, highly recommend submitting your cosplays for March Caprice 7 and get to know the other cosplayers too, because they're all wonderful.
Yeah, and it's like the community is fantastic, and I saw all of you at the last Reconnect in Denver. I know there's more cosplayers out there. I know you're out there. Come. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a good final word.
Thank you. Yeah, but please sign up. Please sign up for March Caprice. Not just cosplay, but like literally every category.
Yeah.
Because Reconnect isn't having the panel system that they've had in the past few years, or the past couple events. March Caprice is your chance to, if you were planning on doing some sort of live event, take this time to convert that to an online version and sign up for March Caprice 7. If you feel like it doesn't fit our categories, if you're like, well, this isn't really, it's not a game, it's not a, I don't want to do a video, I don't want to do a live stream, I want to do this other thing that we're just not thinking of, let us know, and we will make a category for it. Our games category didn't exist last year, and we're like, we need a games category because so many people came up with games. The merch category, I believe, wasn't around our first year. The cosplay category wasn't around our first year. And then those categories developed because we had so much interest in those categories. So yeah, please let us know if you're like, hey, I want to share this thing I'm doing, but I don't know how to do it. We'll work with you, right? But yeah, so if you were if you were planning on doing something for, oops, if you're waiting for a Reconnect announcement to come along and to make some kind of panel or do something, sign up for March Caprice instead. Those are actually Guides' words, not my words.
That
He's
is
over
correct.
here.
Yeah, I'm somewhere. But yes, I highly recommend, I very much encourage everyone who was hoping to present something at a future Reconnect to instead present it during March Caprice 7, because that is going to be your best opportunity to just celebrate the community and have everyone there to check out your work.
Yes, absolutely. And also, if we're also opening it up, like OCs is also something you're able to do. People keep talking about cosplay a little bit. If you have a Kingdom Hearts based OC, do that. If you want to cosplay as MC or Skylar, Ava will be very happy. We'll all be really happy, but Ava would be ecstatic. She would love to see that. So get your brains going. Start planning your March Caprice 7 entries. Sign up. Please sign up. This is your last chance to sign up. We want this to be our biggest and best year yet. I think so far MC6 has been my favorite. She died. Yeah, exactly. March Caprice 6, I think, was our best year. I haven't talked to any of the other organizers, but it was my favorite year. Just based on the content that was presented, the way things flowed, the little bit of feedback. I did look into the feedback form a little bit. So definitely, and I will once again put the link tree in the chat so that y'all can fill out that form for me, please. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Guides. I was also marking them down, but definitely having 2 documents is very good.
That's perfect. Thank you, Mrs. Guides.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, MC6 was my favorite year. March Caprice Denver was March Caprice Denver. Reconnect Denver was my favorite Reconnect year. And we want to make both our events as best as possible and improve on what we can. So please sign up. I cannot say that enough. Please sign up, and come to Reconnect if you can.
Yes, we would love to have you.
Yes. But enough about March Caprice and Reconnect. Let's talk about March Caprice and Reconnect. Some of you are actually, I don't think I've heard anyone ask why March Caprice is ending. I think everybody is pretty understanding about why it's ending. And I think the letter kind of said that. Have you gotten any questions about like why Reconnect is ending on your end?
No, not directly. Not really. I think there's probably a general understanding that we've shared in the FAQ already as to why next year will be Reconnect's final event. I'll share some personal ones from me that may not be in the FAQ. When Reconnect was conceived, I had it in mind that those events would, as much as I am able, those events would continue up until we get official news from Kingdom Hearts. Like, we would have a new game, the series would continue so that the community has something to bond over. That timeline has gotten really long. I do feel like we're getting closer and closer to the future of the series, be it KH4 or Missing Link returning in some way, shape, or form. Who knows? We just got a very small morsel of a teaser of news with that new Tetsuya Nomura art saying they're preparing something for they're working hard towards the 25th anniversary. So I think it's safe to assume the official teams are working on something for next year. So I think that's one of the factors that was going into this, is that we are inevitably closing in on official content that the community can then connect through. One of the things personal to me was that I think when I was thinking up Reconnect, that I always wanted it to be a trilogy. I'm a big believer in trilogies and nothing more. I won't talk about the Kingdom Hearts series, but I feel that way too. But yeah, I have always felt that a trilogy would be appropriate for these types of events. And that's kind of how with some factors in that we made the decision. That being said, I think Cheney and I both agree that despite these, community events being organized or ending next year, we're of such confidence that community members will continue to create incredible Kingdom Hearts content that brings people together, whether it's a part of an official community schedule or not. There are always new community members in the Kingdom Hearts space that we are always thrilled to get to know and meet, either online or in person. And I know there are always going to be more people who find Kingdom Hearts and make it a big part of their personality to the point where they're like, you know what, I'm going to get friends together and we're going to do Kingdom Hearts stuff. We're going to create Kingdom Hearts things. So even if March Caprice and Reconnect are ending next year, I promise you there's going to be something after that is going to, keep us all connected and tide us over.
Yeah, it's 100%. So that's a great point. We're definitely we have no doubt that we've I don't even want to say we I think we've given people space to, but what y'all have done, and we talked about this at the March Caprice closing ceremonies, is that because of these spaces, we've seen a lot of groups of people form and friendships form because of these. So connections have had happened. We just created the spaces, but y'all connected. So we have no doubt that because of these connections that have been made, even without the spaces that they're given, y'all will find your own space to continue making these connections and your content and such. So, yeah, to kind of talk about the March Caprice side of why March Caprice is ending, for the record, both of these decisions happened independently. We didn't. I didn't go up to guides and was like, "Hey, I know you want to keep doing this forever, but do you like the idea of a suicide pact?" No, it was something. We were both kind of along the same lines of the. Sorry, I just saw a message, a meme that Croy just sent me. The reason why March Caprice is ending is because we somebody inferred that we're tired. Yeah, we're a little tired, not gonna lie. We understand that this can't go on forever, but we have found that this event is getting really big, and we're so happy that it is, but it's growing to the point where we're either going to have to restructure completely because we can't handle all of the entries, or we're just going to have to end. And we have made the decision to end because we would rather we would rather end on a high note. We also felt it was appropriate because we did talk about hey, we talked about during MC3 or 4, I'm we got to at least either we have to go to 7, 13, or 14. That's the rule. We are also aging in real time. I started off when I was 24. I'm 30, going on 31 now. I can't do this forever. I want to do other things. We're so freaking old now.
Yeah, I won't. Yeah, I'm not gonna say my age, but yes, I'm getting up there.
Yeah,
I'm getting up there too, and yeah, and I know especially on the time moving on and getting tired. I know Mrs. Guides feels the same way. Mrs. Guides, I mean, we don't talk about it very much, but Mrs. Guides works very hard. Thank you for Old Man Command. That one's for me. Mrs. Guides works extremely hard in the background to make sure that events like Reconnect happen. I think there's a lot more that she does than y'all realize. And that kind of work on top of working full time and rescuing a zoo full of animals is very taxing on a person. It can be.
Yeah.
So, we have to be very mindful of our personal needs in addition to, what we want to do for the community. So we thought it would be appropriate that we would have a final event and we would tell you in advance that this is going to be the last one so that we all, live life to the fullest in our, final events together. Cheney, when did we actually start talking about these being the final events? Because I believe it was prior to Reconnect Denver, right?
Yes, we had briefly talked, I think, around the time of MC5. We had briefly chatted, maybe before. But we've been kind of holding on to this idea of both collaboration and ending for a hot minute.
Yeah.
I think I actually possibly Reconnect Dallas. I may have approached you, and there was like a little comment of like, we'll talk about collaboration in the future.
That's right.
It wasn't very much.
Yeah, that's true.
Or sorry, not Denver, Dallas.
For Dallas, yeah. I do remember that, yeah. And then I think when we were pretty quick approaching Reconnect Denver, where we were going to announce, the upcoming March Caprice, Mrs. Guides and I were on a voice call with Cheney.
It was a couple months after Dallas.
After Dallas, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were started talking about collaboration, but I think we also just kind of naturally talked about how long do we expect to do this? And I think without prompting each other, we were both kind of just immediately along the same lines of like, we believe that when we hit this number, that will be it for us. It just so happened that those were going to correspond. So it's been very interesting holding on to that information with Cheney and confidence for so long, especially going to Reconnect Denver and hearing so many people say, we should do the next one at Disney. Y'all should collaborate. There was a moment, and I forget who it was, so forgive me, but there was a moment during Reconnect Denver where Cheney and I were physically together and someone came up and said, y'all should absolutely collaborate. And Cheney and I were just looking at each other like,
I don't see it happening. That doesn't work.
Oh, wow.
It's two different visions now.
Thanks for the feedback.
But yeah, we might. Yeah. There's also been a couple times where I have heard. There was one time at Reconnect, Denver, and during the Spaghetti stream where they were like, "Oh, what would be really cool is if the next Reconnect was at Disney," and I had to stone face so hard in person. Because at that point I had kind of like, we had already talked about potentially doing one in Disney.
Yeah.
I don't think it wasn't in my view, it wasn't quite set in stone, but it was an idea. Maybe it was set in stone for you guys, but I had to stone face so hard and not be like, y'all aren't gonna believe this, because I do want. It is hard keeping a straight face of those things because we want to. There's part of me that's like, hoo, I know information that you don't. Well, there's also part of me that's like, I want to get you guys on this information.
Yeah.
And I want to like share this real joy that I have with you. But for Guides' sake and for our sake and everything, we're like, okay, no, we share this information at this time. But I guess the Dallas dates before you revealed them. Crazy. Wild.
Actually,
Ow.
Speaking of guessing things before the reveal, there were actually a couple of things that could have clued you in on Reconnect Disney.
Yes.
As early as Reconnect Denver at the end of the MDAs, for anyone who was paying attention post-credits, which never happens because we're all very hyped up. But that sparkle trail over the castle, that was visible at the end of the credits for Reconnect Denver. It couldn't have meant anything. That. Yeah, it could have meant anything. It was just something I threw in there to be like, as a treat. That's fun. So that was there. I don't think anyone would have been clued on that. Z mentioned the phone number, and yes. So if y'all watch the March Caprice concert soiree, there is a partner showcase in the middle, like during the BRB, during the break, and I did produce a little ad for the KH Guide Synthesis Wizard. And at the end of that ad, which is like it's structured as a 90s infomercial, there is a phone number at the end. And I said, call the number on your screen to order the synthesis wizard. That is a real phone number. I did have it registered. That is an 800 number. If y'all like, I can play you the recording of what was on the phone that you could listen to. I did have it reversed. So I'll play it first the way you can hear it on the recording, and then you can hear what the actual message was. There were a few people who did reach out to me via DMs who did call the number and said, I don't know what this means, but I figured out what it was, and I will remain quiet. Which is, I did not prompt them to be quiet, but they were just like, you know what? This has got to be something, but I'm going to keep it with me. So it's like, good on you.
right.
But yeah, we can go ahead and listen to it now. Y'all can enjoy the... Where is it? Here it is.
There was all the sheriff's minute. You know, but throw sable that hot. A garment here, but a cap Johanna. Smeared the sweet, yeah, you just did it, get it, and is it? Your street, but some our permission last to the rest of who you're in it. Staff, but the here, my mouth, Lily, Dairy. Mallers, and is it? But, well, selfie, that's it, it's not the hall. To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past. And here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
There we go. There you go. Yeah,
Isn't
so
that great?
that was on the phone recording. And again, a couple of people reached out and be like, what is this? But you could have known in advance.
That's true. That's
could've.
true. I don't know if we ever dropped any hints for March Caprice, because we just full-blown shown trailers.
That is true.
We're like, hey.
You were ready.
And we were, there was actually, I don't know if I talked about this publicly, but Lance had approached me at Denver before we had announced the MC5, before the MD, like, right before the MDAs. He was like, hey, by the way, are you guys showing anything for March Caprice at Reconnect? And I'm like, you know, with the timing, it just doesn't work. It's not, no, we're not doing anything like that this year. And he's like, okay, whatever. Cheney just lies about not having trailers and then shows trailers. Exactly. And then if you look at them on the March Caprice channel, you can see there's a camera on Lance and I sitting right next to each other. We happen to sit next to each other. And the trailer starts playing, and he turns to me. And I just like shrink in my seat, like, you. And then he just goes like, you know what? Mad respect. And I'm like, okay, whew, relationship saved. Because he had been on staff the past year. So this was a central staff. We tried to keep it as low as possible. And I had admittedly forgotten that he was on staff the previous year because a lot of time had passed, and it was his first year. And he did the streaming category, and I was like independent of that. My focus was like elsewhere, and I'm like, oh, this is just somebody asking. Oh, actually, we did put out a tweet a little bit before the MDAs, and someone was like, hey, I saw your tweet from the March Caprice thing. Are you showing something? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, the tweet. I'm like, I don't know anything about that, and I act scared, and I like ran away to go take care of it, and then I just went upstairs. I don't remember who that was, but it was like, what are you talking about? I think it may have been Latrix, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, it was very fun to do these little hints and these little, you know, Easter eggs for y'all.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
a master gaslighter.
It's fun. We get to pretend a little bit to be Tetsuya Nomura and be all enigmatic and be like, I have all the secrets, but I don't.
I can't share. I can't share.
I can't tell you.
Right?
It's a secret. Yeah.
But yeah.
Do we want to get into these
it was fun.
questions now?
Yeah, let's go over some of the Q&As.
You want to take turns? Because Mrs. Guide's made me a list too.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, go ahead, and then just I'll do one, and then you can take one off, and we'll just
That'll work.
Yeah, we'll just go back and forth.
Fire away.
Okay. Regarding March Caprice beyond MC7, while I understand official scheduling won't continue, does the team know if there's any interest in continuing to develop theme branding every year? No. There is. Excuse me. That is part of the thing that is dying with MC7. Is that we are not allocating anything. We will happily, potentially around the time that March Caprice 8 would happen, we may use social media to reblog and retweet and reskeet and whatever. Other people that use the hashtag March Caprice KH or Happy March Caprice or something to kind of spread that around. Beyond that, I think part of the ending is like we're not going to make anything beyond our own independent creation channel. So no. Piggybacking off of that, we had a similar question that I'll answer. Is there a plan to set a continuing annual date for the community to organize itself around with the hashtag March Caprice KH? You did get the hashtag right. Yes. Hashtag March Caprice KH. No. The date you use from here on out will be March 28th, the series anniversary. We have always had March Caprice around the anniversary for that reason. So if you want to use March Caprice, either do it during the month of March or on the 28th when the anniversary is happening. So that is your reference point. So
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a serious question. Now I have a silly question. Will we get a video of Mr. Guides talking to Donald at Disneyland in the Donald voice? That does sound fun. However, I need to read up on it. I'm not aware if the Disney parks have any concerns about trying to imitate Disney character voices. I think there might be, only because if it causes a distraction with other park guests, cast members will identify that and be like, can you come this way? And then they shut the gate on you. So
yes,
I would say, no, probably not. But
yeah,
you're welcome to hear Donald at Reconnect or the MDAs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be sent to Disney Hell. Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Nobody said that. I said that. Yeah. So we are going to be very careful on how, especially the Reconnect side, on how we present Disney. You have also possibly noticed on the March Caprice side, we have been very careful to use Disney iconography until this past year, where we threw it out the window because it's like, haha, we're dying anyway. Who cares? But we didn't even have March Caprice 3. You can see a shadow. We did the Kingdom Hearts 1 thing where you have a shadow of Mickey Mouse, but you don't actually see him. We've been kind of loosening up as we've been going on because we don't think we're getting the attention from Square and Disney that we were afraid of getting. But yeah, we want to be very careful about those kind of things. Will the website's Discord servers stay online for at least a while after the final events? For March Caprice, that is something we have to talk about. I do not know because we obviously can't. It's not going to be. It's not like we're going to delete it day one, right? They will be up for at least a minute. But we also want you to be able to experience everybody's art and stuff and have a while to go through that and reflect on that, look through that. We also want to give the people that submitted a heads up that we would be removing that stuff. So stay connected in the Discord and on our Blue Sky especially. Those are our two biggest things. 61 seconds after MC7, the Discord gets deleted. But stay connected with those and you will find out if things are going away or not. The only other thing that could possibly happen is something tragic happened to KSM or I, who are, well, actually, most likely KSM, and we have no control over what happens to the website. So, but at least for a while, yes. But how long? You might notice that websites from 10 years ago don't exist unless they were big 10 years ago, like owned by a corporation, and we're not a corporation. So I don't know, ticking of the clock in the background. I don't know how long, but we will try to keep up as long as we are willing to, and we will give you a warning when it happens. Ads in 3. Oh, okay. Good to
All
know.
right, silly questions only.
Yes.
I'm going to hold on to this one because that one's a longer one that we actually have things to show for.
Yes.
Speaking of MC and Skylar, is or will that eye-to-eye track from the end of MC6 be available somewhere? I really loved it.
Yes. So right now it is actually, I do believe, is a part of our album. Let me double check that real quick before I say it out loud. Oops, I said it out loud. You're talking about the you're talking about the one at the end of the
visual novel. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. That was just a little piano riff that David did. He's like, I don't really care. I think he shared it.
Oh, there's David. Hi, David.
Hi, David. Lamau. Yeah.
Thank you for
He shared it, I think, in the organizer chat. I'm looking for it. David, you want to pop that somewhere if you have a chance? Throw that in general. It's not getting officially released anywhere because it was just, like I said, it was just a little piano riff. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
He DM'd it to me.
Sweet.
Let me forward that to... I will throw that in the general of general of the March Caprice. Oh, there you go.
Thank you for thank David. David Speedy. We know. David creates results.
Thank David. Yeah.
Will there be ample amounts of water at the MDAs? I was dying in Denver. So actually, this question's from Dax. I don't think we actually put the names in the questions we're copy pasting, but I know that's Dax. You did great. Dax, it's actually part of the tradition for the Content Creator of the Year that we dehydrate them before they make their speech. It really captures the essence of, of that moment is to be thoroughly dehydrated.
Yeah, happened to Demo too. Yeah.
Gotta get them crispy. No, we will make sure that there's water, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. With Mrs. Guys, you want to just let me know when ads are done? I can't see them.
Oh yeah, I can tell you too. Hang on, I'll find it.
Thank you. 20 seconds. Gotcha.
20 seconds. Yep.
I'm trying to think if there was something else I wanted to touch on briefly that I'm not remembering because there's a lot to touch on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll probably be jumping around just topic wise, and we'll kind of segue into other connected topics. So just bear with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Will you have toaster ovens available to dehydrate even further? Perhaps. Who's to say, Halloween Town?
Potentially. Yeah.
Some KH25 branded toaster ovens.
But actually, talking about the album, yes, let me talk about the album real quick. The people are wondering, like, hey, is that coming to Spotify? Is that coming to Apple Music? Is that coming to other things? It is on Bandcamp right now, as is. It is. Some of the tracks are also on YouTube. The concerts are on YouTube, and we have made a playlist with all of the available tracks. I think I have to update it with a couple of them. But as long as the artists individually upload them to YouTube, we'll throw them in that March Caprice playlist. But they will be coming to Spotify and Apple Music in about sometime within the next week or so, potentially. But if you listen on Bandcamp, and if you really want to support our musicians, listen to it on Bandcamp. They get a bigger share of the money from your listens. So please listen on Bandcamp a bunch. I know Spotify is a lot potentially easier for you in Apple Music or whatever, but do we get ads to Electric Boogaloo?
Oh no, I think it's the ad manager on Twitch is weird because it'll have a countdown leading up to when ads start, and then there's a countdown to when they're going.
Oh, gotcha.
So we got 45 seconds until ads are over.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so buy on both Bandcamp and iTunes. Yes, definitely buy it twice. But I think even the previews on Bandcamp, if you listen to those, they get royalties. David, correct me if I'm wrong. But do Pat Damon, whoever Content Creator of the Year 2027 is, have to have a cage match after the event to determine superiority? That is our surprise finale. You ruined it. Thank you.
Damn. It's pending their attendance.
David says, "I know Spotify is convenient, but it's hell for artists, and Bandcamp sends way more to the charity to the charity when you buy it." Oh yeah, because everything's going to charity.
Right.
Also, local music is better than streamed music. Yes. Custom libraries rule. Yes. But yeah, they're coming to Spotify. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Back from ads. Yay.
Sweet.
Whose turn is it? Is it my turn or your turn? I don't
I've
remember.
lost
We're
it.
both kind of talking. You want to go ahead and talk about this one?
Which one? Did you chat it to me?
That sorry, I have it highlighted on. Can you still see my?
Oh yes, I do. I see it.
Okay.
For Reconnect specifically, you can wear cosplay at Pre-Connect and the MDA's night. Correct. That is correct. Yes, you are absolutely welcome to cosplay in any way that is publicly appropriate. For the Pre-Connect event on day 1, and for the MDA's red carpet and the actual award ceremony on day 3.
Mm-hmm. So it is safe to assume that Pre-Connect will not be in Disney.
Correct.
So
yeah. Pre-Connect will not be on Disney Parks property. It will be free access to get there.
Sick.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, but Mrs. Guides is right. You
you
should do cosplay for March Caprice VII. Even if you do plan to cosplay for the in-person event, you should also submit that for March Caprice VII.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Big agree. Please. I beg again. Yeah. Do you have any other questions before we go into this question?
The theme one?
Yes.
Let's see. I'm going to skip that one because I'll get in trouble for that one.
Mm-hmm. As one does.
Mm-hmm. Can we do it so that if you donate 10,000, we'll dump a bucket of water on your choice of MDA winner? Assuming that we allow folks to opt in, that will not be an opt out. That'll be an opt in to get a bucket of water on you.
Yes.
I cannot confirm it this time, but please look forward to more news.
Please.
Hi,
be
PJ.
excited.
Hello.
Hi, Peach.
Mrs. Guy says Pat cannot opt out. Okay.
Yeah, he's the exception.
The hat has to stay on, though. That's important.
The hat stays on during the MDAs. Yes. Yeah, we can talk about the theme now. Now that we know PJ is here.
Yeah, actually, that's a perfect
time. Good time.
All right, we're gonna scooch into the corner. Maybe. There we are.
Yes. Hello. Okay, so you'll see it in a second, but let's talk about the theme for March Caprice VII.
Can we get some taps in the chat as a drum roll, please? And I'll give you an actual drum roll, I suppose. Probably very loud. I'm very sorry.
I can't hear it. I don't know when it ends. It's... Woo.
There it is.
There it is. Okay. I can see. I cannot hear. But yes, so the theme is, of course, End of the Road. That is our subtitle for the year. Much like Homecoming was the subtitle for March Caprice VI, March Caprice VII, the subtitle is The End of the Road. But let me elaborate on that. Specifically, let me let PJ elaborate that. He DM'd me last night with some notes from him. So this is from PJ. The theme is End of the Road, but broadly, its aesthetics pull from scrapbooking, journaling, and papercraft. After March Caprice V's Mary Blair-esque paint theme, I want to do another year that felt more tactile, and I like the juxtaposition of doing the sort of pop-up book at the end of the world. This year, you'll see more pieces in the site's branding and event branding that will take on the ends of various games in the series, what they have to say about saying goodbye, and what it means for the future. What does your KH scrapbook look like? Another element that I encourage the community to use for inspiration in their own work are the pressed flowers and broad floral language that Kingdom Hearts has subtly been introducing in its own storytelling over the past decade. You'll be seeing more than just hydrangeas throughout the year well into the 25th anniversary. It has been an honor and joy to work with the other organizers every year to make fun and unique themes, Each one of them has a special place in my heart, except the data one, because PJ hates me and my ideas. But yes, the hydrangeas, as y'all know, were featured in the Nomura art that was shared a few days ago with the Xehanort umbrella art. The hydrangeas were behind Xehanort. But you're going to see a lot more floral patterns. PJ is working on some stuff based on the different games, as he was saying. So think scrapbooking, think paper. The pop-up book at the beginning of Dream Drop Distance. Think like Jimmy's journal. A lot of where paper is used, scrapbooking, that kind of messier craft making. And the idea of especially pressed flowers in a book, like you would just see in real life. So that's kind of the idea. Yeah, Nominee's memory pod, Shiana as a concept. Shiana as a concept is a fun bunch of words. Yeah, the Forget-Me-Nots from Halloween Town, though I don't think they have a visual aspect to them. I think that's just in your item menu, but yeah, anywhere where you see flowers and paper.
I was there last night. I think Sally's holding them for a brief second.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Very briefly.
Because I'm like, because they didn't have item images in Kingdom Hearts 1
that is
in
true.
your menu, but that's right. True. Sally does hold them. That's right. So, but yes, hopefully that gets your brain running on what, if you want to stick to the theme. By the way, thank you for everyone who did who did something with the Homecoming theme last year.
Yeah.
That was so cool. They're a very dark model. Yeah. That was so cool to see. You never have to be on theme. You never have to do something with a theme, but it is really cool that people see our theme and go, oh, I want to make something off of that, because then we know you're seeing our work with that. So bad at being on theme. You don't have to be. And if you want to do it like subtly, like I threw in an extra flower on my cosplay because haha, and that's it. Great, cool. Do that. Homecoming to Jeep Dungle, exactly. That's my house. I live in Jeep Dungle. Did you know?
Can we get some thank PJ in chat for the beautiful artwork,
please,
and theme for MC7? It's gorgeous. It's gonna make me cry every day.
Yeah, and PJ has been doing that. Has been doing our theming. He hasn't been the sole person to do that, but he's been working, especially with our logos, to incorporate the theme since MC2. So we've definitely consulted him for a lot of ideas and branding.
I'm gonna show the poster as well.
Excuse me. Yes, please show the poster.
There you go.
Yeah.
25 years.
Yeah, that's our 25 years. Ugh.
I know. Wild.
But yeah, and also like kind of end of the world a little bit. This will be a little less. No, I guess PJ did say it's part of it, but yeah, also think the end of every game. You think of like Destiny Islands at the end of KH2, where the world that never was, and you have like the pod and Chain of Memories. You have, which is floral as well. You have you see the physical door. That was at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. You see, and what's really cool about actually, let me break down the logo real quick. So you see the end of the road. There's a physical road. You have Kingdom Hearts the door. You have the flowers behind it. That was actually a last minute addition after we got the art. And both PJ and I are like, oh, floral languages are going to be a thing. That's going to be a thing in 4. It's been here the whole time. Oh my gosh. You've got the dark Kingdom Hearts that was behind the door in Kingdom Hearts 1. You have our regular fleur de lis behind the door. And if you look, if you've been paying attention to the logos throughout the years, you've noticed it's kind of gone around in a clock. And kind of incorporating the numbers, at least for 3 has the Arabic number in it. 5 does in the clock. I think those are the only years that have the Arabic numbers in them. But the clock is, it was after the number art. Yes, that was the last second thing. but the door is pointing up, meaning time is up. So that completes our. We know we had a lot more on this side of the clock rather than this side of the clock, or the backwards. We had more on this side of the clock than we did that side. But it is finally midnight, so we are back at the top. You can also see that the little swirlies around the door kind of make the V, and then the two, as PJ is saying, the Roman numerals for 7. The door makes the two eyes, and the V, it comes in the little curls.
So good.
And then, of course, because we are collaborating with Reconnect, we have the 3 Reconnect stars on the door as well. So, and the sparkles in the fleur-de-lis are part of Reconnect branding. So,
Yeah.
lot of symbolism, baby.
Lots of good stuff. I'm gonna go back
Lot of
to
symbolism.
I'm gonna go back to our other screen real quick. PJ also helped create this stylized version of the March Caprice Fleur de Lis combined with the Reconnect logo, which is lovely. This was happened upon by accident in Photoshop at the very last minute, and then I had sent it to PJ, and PJ beautified it, which we're very thankful for.
Yeah.
It's like they were meant to be together all along, and we just didn't see it until now.
Who knew? It's beautiful. I don't see the 7 numerals. Could you trace it?
Oh, on the here. I'll bring it back on the here. I'll do it on the logo.
So the 2 curls make the V, and then the door itself is the eyes.
Yeah.
The 2 sides of the door is the eye. So 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. The eyes are in the middle of the V.
That's right. An IV.
And I've always said that.
Yeah.
Also, IV
Sure.
for Kingdom Hearts 4. Also,
I knew.
not to freak
it.
y'all out, but we started this stream on April 4th at 4 p.m. Eastern. That's 444. We don't have Kingdom Hearts 4 news today. We don't.
Yeah.
But if we did, this would be the time.
This would be the time to do it. Yeah.
Oh, Mrs. Guys is banning everyone. Okay, goodbye, everybody.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yep. Have a good one.
But yeah, that's our that's our theme for March Caprice 7. Does Reconnect have any specific branding that you want to go over? I know you do the usual sparkles and heart. But
Not
is there
too
anything
much.
else that you want to touch on?
I'm a basic B. I'm pretty boring when it comes to the branding for Reconnect. Is rather consistent. I did see a question, I think, from Molly in chat about incorporating this like comprised logo as part of the event t-shirt. T-shirt designs are TBD. That is actually something that Cheney and I need to talk about. We talked about having a combined event t-shirt this year with everyone's names on the back for sponsorship of the events. So we'll let y'all know when that gets finalized. We'll probably do social media posts on the accounts to let everyone know that that's announced.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Someone had asked, it might have been Dallin, around could we get event badges? Even though there's not going to be a 3-day event badge, like you want the actual physical badge with artwork. That is something on my mind. I think I will pursue that. So we'll have some thing around that. I'd love to make another community poster for everyone to sign for our final event. Still pending, but I'll let y'all know.
Yeah, definitely. That's that's something to look forward to. We will be talking. We will have a lot more announcements before March Caprice signups happen. Looking forward to the MC7 pin. So are we. We have not made it yet. We do not know what it looks like. We don't even know what it looks like yet. So.
Speaking of pins, someone had asked, and I think this question came up on the actual the recap stream at the end of March Caprice 6, but where y'all get pins made every year because they love the quality of pins.
Oh, yes. We get it from a company called gs.jj. I will link that in chat. It is they have been consistently very good. They are, I mean, it's not like it's a mom and pop shop that we're supporting. It's a company like everything else, but this is the company we get them from every year. So, and they've been very good about getting our pins made. So. Yeah. Is there any other last second questions anybody has before we end stream? I don't think I have anything else to touch on.
I've got a
staff organizers. If you want to remind me of anything we got to talk about.
Oh yeah. I've got a couple more. There is one on here. Mrs. Guides is going to hate me for addressing this one, but there was a question around, will Mrs. Guides play more Kingdom Hearts on stream for the sponsorship program? That is something that we did for Mrs. Guides' first playthrough in Kingdom Hearts 2 for Reconnect Denver, and I know she played KH1 prior. I cannot guarantee that it's going to be possible. Part of the reasons why we work so hard is to fund our Reconnect, and so taking Mrs. Guides away from her work and my work is difficult for us to then fund the event. So I cannot guarantee that Mrs. Guides can or will be able to play Kingdom Hearts 3 on stream. She also does not believe that Kingdom Hearts 3 is real, as she says in the chat.
Well, there it is.
If that's something that you would love to see pop off, but I just can't guarantee it. Just to let y'all know.
Yeah. What can people do to help? That's a good question. With both March Caprice and Reconnect, one, keep creating, because your stuff inspires us to keep doing what we're doing, but to do a little more direct help, donate to buy the March Caprice merch shop, donate to Reconnect, toward the what do you call it, the fund, the
the sponsorship
fund,
program? Yeah.
Sponsorship program, yeah. So you get your name on a t-shirt as well. Also, just keeping you. We will, yes, exclamation point sponsor. Thank you, Dallin. Yeah. So that's the biggest things you can do. I don't know if there's anything else that people can do to help.
I mean, the most impactful way to ensure that, yes, please provide feedback to the March Caprice forum by end of day tomorrow. That is really huge. I've been a part of kind of a fly on the wall in those feedback meetings with the March Caprice team. They really do take that feedback very seriously. They review every single feedback submission in finding a way to incorporate it into the following year's event. So definitely know that it does not, it does not get overlooked. But yes, what the most impactful way to support the Reconnect side of things, especially going into our final event, is through the sponsorship program. Again, we are not having 3-day event badges this time. If you would like to attend any individual day of our final Reconnect celebration, you're welcome to. We'll have a small RSVP thing for the pre-connect and MDAs, and then the Disney Park Day, you just pay your way into the park as you usually do. Just buy a ticket online. We'll give you more information about that. But because we're not having our 3-day event badge, all the funding necessary to make sure that the MDAs happen, especially, are going to be through that sponsorship program. So in order to have the MDAs truly happen at this final Reconnect event, we do need to hit our fundraising goals for that. So any amount towards the sponsorship program is a huge help. We already said $50 or more will get your name or username on the back of the event t-shirt. We are exploring adding additional incentives for those who want to go the extra mile or have the ability. We really appreciate y'all, no matter how much y'all contribute, or if you tell someone else if they have the ability to contribute, that's also helpful too. If we do add additional incentives, we'll let y'all know. We'll be real vocal about that. But yeah, that would be awesome.
I guess one other thing, speaking of the MDAs, thank you, Otter. So definitely take a look at March Caprice 6 and be paying attention during March Caprice 7. I don't think there's dates for the nomination period yet, correct? For MDAs?
Not just yet. The eligibility window is available in the FAQ, so if you have an idea as to whether your prior Kingdom Hearts work, creative work, is eligible for an MDA for a final celebration, that information is out there, but the actual nomination window and community voting window after the nominees have been announced has not been made public, so we'll let y'all know when we get closer to the date.
Yes, but definitely be on the lookout for people to nominate for the MDAs. We have especially during March Caprice, we have a lot of cosplayers. We have a lot of video people. We have artists. So use that to get your brain going, because I know we've got a lot that we're getting your brain going for. but yeah, use that as a vessel to know who you're gonna nominate.
Yeah, absolutely. Question on my side: is there a way we can coordinate a hotel for Reconnect attendees? Not saying a sponsored day or anything for like head count of Reconnect, just a way for goers to communicate and coordinate rooms together. So we're not going to have a room block like we've had in previous years with our hotel venue because we're only going to be using it for the one day. However, we will let everyone know of a way if you'd like to organize with others that we'll have places in the Discord to do that. Full disclosure, if you choose to coordinate with other members of the community on a hotel room, and we'll put this in the Discord too, please be responsible. Please be mindful of sharing private information. I would highly recommend trying to coordinate, accommodations with people you have already been friends with for a long time and you have their trust, just as a PSA. But we will have sections in the Discord, the Reconnect Discord, for y'all to help coordinate that if you're looking to do some type of room share, either at the hotel where we're hosting the MDAs or some other venue near the Disney park, because there's a lot of accommodations around there that you can reserve.
Yeah. But yeah, you can nominate as many people as you want as far as the MDA goes. You can nominate as many people as you want. You can't vote for as many people as you want, but you can nominate as many people as you want.
That is true. You can submit as many nominations as you want. We do have a validation in place to make sure that no one's spamming nominations, because that's not very much in the spirit of it. But yes, we do appreciate those who submit genuine nominations for any creator. Something that we've tried to do, and I need to do a better job of it to make sure I communicate it, is sharing that anonymous feedback from those nominations with creators, regardless of whether or not they made the nominations list or not. I think it's important that feedback get back to creators, whether like if they don't see it on the comments of their videos or their cosplay or their art, it's important that feedback get to those folks. So we'll be sharing that after the event as well.
Yeah. But we submit our own stuff to, yes, you can nominate yourself. Like, go for it.
Sure.
But was there feedback from last year's creators?
I'm still assembling those. I got to do some data validation there too. But yes, there should be. And if you didn't get it, shoot, my emails go to spam all the time. The KH Guides email is cursed. But yes, I'll make sure that feedback gets to you, Dax. Lots of glowing stuff. Harsh criticisms? Okay, how much time you got, Dax? No, I'm kidding.
Some of the nomination notes really see. Aw.
It's true.
So, but the nominate who you want to nominate. What you don't know categories, but you could probably use last year's categories as like a base, and then when they announce the new ones, then you can kind of adjust accordingly.
I think for the most part, the 13 categories that we've had for the two prior events will remain the same. I don't expect any major shifts in what those categories are. There's a possibility that we might do something in addition. I can't guarantee it, but we'll have more information soon, so we'll let y'all know. Yeah.
Can we still ask for nomination notes, or is it too late?
No, it's not too late. I do have those saved. I will try to send those out over the coming weeks. I do want to prioritize getting the MDA's video out and getting the event photography out. And then after that, I will work on making sure that everyone gets their nomination notes, because y'all deserve to hear that good feedback.
Yeah.
Y'all deserve all the praise.
Mr. Guides is not very good at building the excuse. Perfect timing.
Thank you, Guides, but that's exactly, that's me right there. That's me, Your Honor.
How's it feel to just be super cool?
I don't know. Yeah. We were gonna ask you, Dan Bob.
Yeah, not gonna lie. I've seen how you carry posters at Reconnect events. But yeah. And I guess also don't waste your time with nominating KH Guides. He's gonna throw all those out.
That's true.
As much as we love and adore KH Guides, don't nominate him. Don't nominate Mrs. Guides. Don't nominate me. We're all gonna throw those votes out. So those go right in the trash. Exactly. So
Mrs. Guides brought up a really good point. our friend Eric on the media team wanted to remind, we will have a volunteer form available. It actually might, no, we haven't opened up submissions on the website, on the Reconnect website for volunteer submissions. We will have a form for folks to fill out. One of the areas that we would love folks to volunteer, if y'all are so willing. Fo, hello. I forgot to turn this off.
Yes.
Bro, where's my game? Oh, we'll get to that. I promise. We'll get to that. You haven't missed that, Fo. Eric and the media team we would love to have volunteers for photography and videography. Our media team has been incredible. They absolutely elevated the experience, both in person and online, for Reconnect Denver, and we're hoping to do that even more so with our final Reconnect. So if you have photography or videography or video mixing or audio management experience, we would love to have y'all as volunteers. We will let y'all know when the volunteer form goes up and that you can submit it. Thank you for Stick. Yeah.
Thank you for Stick. All right.
By the way, Ilusiri in chat is Stick Guy. So
yes,
that's who's going to be looking at your resume if you've got the video audio skills. Yep.
Thanks, Stick.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh, thanks, Stick.
Oh, no, thanks,
I was
Stick.
like, I thought you said thanks to, and I was like, to who? Okay.
To who?
To who?
Thanks to Stick.
Okay, cool. No, this is good. I think that's all on my list. Any other last minute questions before we show you something silly? I'll give it a minute because I know people.
Yeah, give it a for chat to catch up.
We'll let y'all catch up. Thank y'all for thanking Stick.
I need food.
I will say as we wrap up, when Cheney and I started talking about working together, not ads again. Well, they start in a minute 30, so we won't do the silly stuff until.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we don't have to snooze. Let's let them run, Mrs. Guides. We'll just BS for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I say working together, it sounds like that damn bop. It just starts playing in my head. You're snoozed? Oh, you did snooze. Okay, this is fine. I will say that when Cheney and I started talking about collaborating, especially for our final events, I got very, very excited. I always love working with Cheney and the March Caprice team. I've had the privilege of working with them on prior March Caprices a couple of times. I've seen how hard they work together and how well they work together. They're indicative of the entire Kingdom Hearts community in that I have not met a community like centered around a piece of media that is so driven and talented and just so willing to collaborate in great ways. And I think events like, especially March Caprice and Reconnect, really accentuate that. I will say that with these being our final events, this collaboration is more than anything an effort to really highlight the strengths of where the things that make March Caprice its strongest, which is connecting online through all these forms of media. And they're going to work with us to make Reconnect as great as possible with the in-person portions. So this collaboration is making sure that we work well together to just make our last events on both sides the best they can be.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been such a cool, it's been such an honor to be able to have this back and forth of oh, we show the Reconnect trailer at March Caprice, oh, we show the March Caprice trailer at Reconnect, and kind of the whole collaboration that's finally coming into its biggest final form, if you will.
Yeah.
This next year. It's been really cool to kind of see this relationship grow, because we were indirectly, unintentionally competing during our during KH20 in our second year.
That is true.
So to kind of evolve from that to hey, we're working together. We're finally getting married right before we die. Exactly.
Correct.
It's been really cool to see. So
yeah. Happy 2026, indeed.
Yeah. And happy KH25.
Yeah, it's true. Happy KH25. I think it's going to be one of the most exciting years for the Kingdom Hearts community. This good official news or not, I think it's going to be one of the most exciting.
Yeah, I agree.
For sure. Alrighty. Again, please go follow and support Cheney. Cheney also streams on Twitch. I don't know if he mentioned that before. Will you be driving Reconnect Jeep Dungle to the parks? Maybe. No, Mrs. Guides and I will be flying. Yeah. because we need to get back to our animals as soon as possible. But yes, please go follow Cheney and support Cheney. Cheney is wonderful. I've been so, thrilled to be in his space for a while. I'm very thankful for it. But yes, and then be on the lookout for the March Caprice showcases that will be on YouTube. Reconnect event photography will be there soon in the Discord, and then we will post the Million Dreams Awards final edit onto YouTube when it's ready.
Follow the and follow KH Guides, because he does. If you're not here from KH's Guides normal, if you're here because of March Caprice, follow him, because he's really cool and neat IMO. He said it way cooler than I did, but ditto.
No, you hang up. You hang up.
No, you hang up.
Speaking of hanging up, we are going to wrap. So thank y'all so much for joining the Q&A. Y'all are absolutely welcome to ask more questions in the March Caprice and Reconnect Discords. Be sure to read the FAQ as well as you can. We all know you're Kingdom Hearts fans, so just do your best. I am going to snooze ads the very last time, because we're not going to run them.
Yep.
So last thing before we go, we are going to be raiding into the Radiant Gardeners, who are lovely friends of Cheney and mine. Nicole is celebrating a birthday today, or this weekend, actually. Hang on. Is it today or yesterday? It's on my...
It was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. That's right. It was Friday.
But today's her birthday stream, so...
Today is the birthday stream. So please wish Nicole a happy birthday, and wish Radiant Nick a what's up, dude. And, leave it at that. You're welcome to have the... Well... We're not going to go quite yet. We are going to show you something. Cheney and I have been kind of chuckling to ourselves in DMs. Yeah, we're going to show the thing, Mrs. Guides. Something kind of happened when Cheney and I released our public announcements about our final events onto social media on both the March Caprice and Reconnect side. And as we have been mentioning earlier in our chats that Kingdom Hearts fans can't read, a lot of folks saw both of our announcements and thought that those were official things from official places. So we would like to share some of our favorites in a little cut here. So I hope y'all enjoy these gems.
Final. You mean there won't be any more? Last event ever.
That is what final means.
But that's it. My sister finished herself.
I'm finished myself.
We are definitely getting news here, right? I'm curious about this too, but when is 4 happening? That's when we will get the next KH4 trailer. They will release a KH4 trailer for sure. Please Square Enix, please, I need it. Can I know what's in the box? So if I got this right, in 2027 we'll have the game. Gasp. Okay, Kingdom Hearts 4. Can we celebrate with KH4 please?
For real.
Anything but KH4. KH4, heavy breathing. Bro, where's my game? Anything but KH4. Bro keeps giving us bullshit. F is my KH4. We don't give a f. We want KH4. Where TF is KH4?
This isn't an official page.
It never is. Stop lying. Our nice April Fool's joke. Chat GPT tweet. They definitely need to reconnect with the fans.
There you go. Some beauties in there for sure. Internet has gone full unhinged. Truly. I will say, at least on my side, I promise I was trying not to be disingenuous when posting the announcement and trying to make people think that it was official news. We are very sorry. As Mrs. Guide says, we are deeply sorry that we do not have Kingdom Hearts 4 news today.
Yeah.
I will speak on behalf of both of us when I say we are both working towards the 25th anniversary. Thank you for your support. All right. Well, that's it. Let's get out of here. Here are the raid messages. Be sure to copy and paste as we go say hello to the gardeners. I am going to start the raid. I will be back streaming on Monday. What is today? Saturday? Yeah, I'll be back on Monday. And hopefully frames will be nice. And yes, again, please go support and follow Cheney on Twitch. I'm hanging out in there as much as I can. It's always a good time.
Yes.
I'm actively
and-
holding KH4 back. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and be sure to also hashtag thank Nick because he made our booklet for March Caprice VI. So, yes, happy birthday, Nicole, and what's up, Nick?
Yes. Happy birthday, Nicole, and what's up, Nick? Okay. I think that's it. So thank y'all so much for joining. Cheney, thank you so much for joining me today to
Yes,
do our
thank
Q&A.
you.
Looking forward to our collaboration and KH25.
Woohoo.
Y'all have a lovely rest of your weekend. And here's the last surprise. Bye, everybody.